On the water, your outboard isn't just a motor. It's a statement. Yamaha and Mercury may dominate the same lakes and oceans, but they couldn't be more different. One is precision-crafted in Japan for silent endurance. The other is American-built for speed, power, and edge. It's more than East versus West. It's two rival legacies, two philosophies, and one of boating's biggest debates. So what truly sets them apart? And which one leads the race in 2025? Let's end the debate today. To understand why Yamaha and Mercury feel so different, you have to go back to where it all began. Mercury Marine was born in 1939 in a small machine shop in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Its founder, Carl Kiekhaefer, didn't set out to build a marine empire. He just needed engines for agricultural equipment. But when he realized the motors could power boats faster than anything on the market, he pivoted. Mercury quickly became synonymous with innovation and speed. Kiekhaefer even fielded racing teams in the 1950s to prove his engines were the best, and they dominated. From day one, Mercury was built for performance. Yamaha's story couldn't be more different. Formed in post-World War II Japan, Yamaha originally made pianos and motorcycles. In 1960, they entered the marine world quietly, focusing on consistency, engineering quality, and long-term durability. They didn't chase trophies, they chased trust, and that approach won over fishermen, guides, and global fleets. So while Mercury raced to win headlines, Yamaha quietly won hearts. These foundational differences, Mercury's need to go faster, Yamaha's desire to last longer, still define how each brand builds its outboards today. It's not just history, it's DNA. And it's why they remain so different even after all these years. Team Yamaha or Team Mercury? Subscribe and comment below and let us know. Because what comes next shows just how deep this rivalry really goes, right down to the bolts. If Mercury and Yamaha were people, Mercury would be the adrenaline junkie, the one revving engines at the dock. Yamaha? The calm, methodical thinker who never misses a beat. Their engineering philosophies reflect those personalities. Mercury builds for power, always has. From the early days of the Tower of Power, inline sixes to today's monster 600 horsepower VIF 12 Verado, Mercury's obsession with performance is baked into every design. They chase horsepower per pound like a sports car company, shaving weight with advanced alloys, beefing up midsections for torque, and designing gear cases to slice through water with minimal drag. Their engines don't just run, they charge. Yamaha, meanwhile, aims for harmony. Their outboards prioritize throttle response, low vibration, smooth idling, and internal components that wear evenly over time. The result? A motor that's less explosive off the line, but one that you can run all day without worry. Fishermen trust them. Charter captains swear by them. Mechanics love how predictably they perform, even after years of salt and sun. The trade-off is clear. Mercury might beat Yamaha in a drag race, but Yamaha will still be running when that same Mercury needs a service light cleared. Different strokes for different folks? Sure, but at sea, those strokes matter more than ever. Here's where things get personal, because when you're behind the helm, the difference between Mercury and Yamaha isn't just numbers, it's feel. Mercury engines hit hard. Tap the throttle on a 300 Pro XS, and you get instant torque. There's a visceral punch, a mechanical snarl, and the sense that the boat wants to run. It's no coincidence Mercury dominates in high-speed base tournaments. They're tuned for acceleration and hole shot, not just cruising. Yamaha? Totally different vibe. Their motors ease into speed. The power delivery is linear, smooth, and almost elegant. The throttle feels progressive, not jumpy. That calmness doesn't just make for a relaxing ride. It reduces fatigue, especially on long offshore days. Many anglers say they can run a Yamaha all day without ever feeling stressed or strained. Sound plays a role too. Mercury's growl is deeper, more aggressive, like a tuned V8. Yamaha's tone is quieter, almost shy at idle, with a polite hum under load. For water sports or fast runs, Mercury brings the drama. For early morning trolling, Yamaha brings the peace. In short, Mercury feels like driving a Corvette. Yamaha? More like a Lexus SUV. One is exciting. The other reassuring. Neither is wrong, but once you've felt the difference, you'll know which one's for you. When it comes to innovation, Mercury and Yamaha take two very different roads to the same destination. Mercury loves to push the envelope. Just look at their groundbreaking 600 horsepower V12 Verado, a behemoth of an outboard with a steerable gear case, 2-speed transmission, and enough torque to move 40-foot center consoles with ease. It wasn't just an engine, it was a statement. Then there's skyhook digital anchoring, joystick piloting, active trim, all designed to wow tech-savvy boaters and make controlling a big boat feel like a video game. Yamaha, on the other hand, is more reserved. Their innovations tend to be quieter, more polished. Take Helm Master EX, a seamless integration of joystick control, auto trim, fish point, and autopilot. It doesn't scream for attention. It just works, flawlessly every time. That difference is intentional. Mercury launches early and loud. Yamaha waits, tests, and then releases something nearly bulletproof. The result? Mercury often sets trends. Yamaha perfects them. A boat dealer once said, "Mercury wants to be first. Yamaha wants to be right." If you want cutting-edge features before anyone else, Mercury's your brand. But if you're the kind of boater who values simplicity that just works, and keeps working, Yamaha's quieter innovation might speak louder to you. Ask anyone who's owned both, and they'll tell you. The difference between Yamaha and Mercury becomes crystal clear over time, when the glamour fades and the wrenching begins. Yamaha has built its empire on reliability. It's not just marketing, it's mechanic-tested, owner-approved durability. Their engines are often overbuilt, with conservative RPM limits and rugged internals. The result? Fewer surprises, fewer breakdowns. A Yamaha 150 with 2,000+ hours isn't unusual in charter fleets. Many owners report decade-long reliability with basic maintenance, oil changes, filters, impellers, and you're good to go. Mercury, especially the newer 4-strokes and Verado series, has improved dramatically in this area. Gone are the temperamental 2-stroke engines of the 90s, but high-performance engines come with tighter tolerances and more complex electronics. Digital throttle systems, joystick controls, superchargers, they're powerful, but they add layers of potential failure. Then there's parts and service. Mercury has excellent coverage in the US with fast parts availability. But globally, Yamaha wins. In places like the Caribbean or Southeast Asia, Yamaha parts are often available in local hardware stores. Mercury? Not so much. One guide in Belize put it best. Mercury's fast and flashy. But when I'm 30 miles offshore with guests, I want Yamaha on the transom, because getting back matters more than getting there fast. Had a Yamaha that ran forever? Or a Mercury that flew? Drop your story in the comments, we're listening. Because next, we're diving into where these brands truly draw the line. The map. Who rules the US? Who owns the world? Let's find out. Mercury may rule the lakes and tournament circuits in the US, but Yamaha owns the oceans, literally. Mercury's strength is domestic dominance. From base boats to pontoons, they're partnered with giants like Tracker, Nitro, and Sea Ray. Visit a dealership in the Midwest, and odds are the motor bolted to the transom is a Mercury. Their US market share is massive, and their branding, black cowlings, red accents, aggressive names, fits the American performance image perfectly. Yamaha plays a different game. Their real power lies overseas. In Australia, Southeast Asia, the Caribbean, and Africa, Yamaha is everywhere. They dominate in commercial fleets, fishing villages, and government patrol boats. Why? Reliability, ease of maintenance, and, most of all, availability. Yamaha outboards are supported globally with parts, manuals, and mechanics. In some coastal towns, the local shop doesn't even stock Mercury parts, but they'll have Yamaha impellers by the dozen. Yamaha also invests heavily in OEM partnerships. Ever notice that boats from Grady White, Regulator, or Pursuit often come pre-rigged with Yamaha power? That's not random. It's strategic alignment. Mercury wins big in tournaments and weekend warriors. Yamaha wins slow and steady through utility, presence, and trust. It's two different visions of what it means to own the water. And both are working, just in very different ways. Here's a detail that first-time buyers often miss, but seasoned boaters never ignore: resale value. And when it comes to holding value, Yamaha tends to have the edge. Why? It's all about perception and reputation earned over decades. Yamaha outboards are viewed as bulletproof, especially in saltwater environments. A 10-year-old Yamaha with 1,000 hours can still fetch strong money, especially the legendary F150 or F250 models. Buyers trust them to start, run, and survive even after years in the elements. Mercury has made huge strides in this area, particularly with its newer 4 strokes and the Verado line. In freshwater markets, especially the Midwest, Mercury resale is strong. But in coastal regions or international resale markets, Yamaha still commands the premium. Ownership cost is another factor. Yamaha parts are generally cheaper and more widely available. Maintenance is straightforward, and independent mechanics often charge less for Yamaha work due to familiarity and ease of access. Mercury's digital systems, like DTS and joystick piloting, offer amazing features. But when things break, repairs can be expensive and dealer-specific. One used boat dealer summed it up like this: Yamaha's resale value is like gold. Mercury's like the stock market, can go high but more volatile. For long-term value, Yamaha still wears the crown. Spend a full day on the water, and you'll start noticing the things that don't show up on a spec sheet, like engine noise, vibration, and how your body feels after 6 hours behind the helm. Yamaha is known for its whisper-quiet operation. Their outboards, particularly in the mid-range and offshore categories, are engineered for low decibel output and minimal vibration. From the soft click of electronic shifting to the gentle hum at cruising speed, Yamaha motors feel smooth, almost invisible at times. That makes a difference, especially for anglers trolling for hours or families cruising the coast. Mercury? They're not loud, but they do have a signature growl. Their V6 and V8 outboards deliver a deeper, throatier tone, more muscle car than massage chair. And some boaters love that. The sound of raw power, the feel of torque pulsing through the deck. However, over time, that energy can wear on you, especially in choppy conditions or long-distance runs. Vibration damping is where Yamaha often gets the nod. Their motor mounts, exhaust tuning, and balanced props reduce fatigue noticeably. On some models, you can rest a coin on the cowling at idle and it won't fall. So if comfort is king, Yamaha wins. But if you like to feel your horsepower, Mercury brings the thrill. In today's outboard world, it's not just about horsepower, it's about how smart your motor is. And here again, Yamaha and Mercury take very different paths. Mercury's digital suite is called SmartCraft, and it's anything but basic. Their Vessel View system puts a wealth of engine data at your fingertips: RPMs, fuel flow, diagnostics, trim levels, even GPS integration. Pair that with joystick piloting, skyhook virtual anchoring, and active trim, and you've got a boat that practically drives itself. Mercury's aim is simple: give the captain total control with fingertip precision. Yamaha's answer? Command Link Plus, and more recently, Helm Master EX. Yamaha's interface is quieter, cleaner, and less overwhelming. You still get joystick docking, autopilot, fishpoint anchoring, and customizable steering settings, but the layout is more user-friendly. It doesn't try to impress you with screens, it just does the job. And well, there's a philosophical difference here. Mercury leans into integration. You get more features, but you also get more complexity. Yamaha leans into intuitive simplicity. Fewer moving parts, fewer menus, and fewer chances something glitches offshore. If you're a tech head, Mercury might wow you. But if you're the kind who'd rather focus on the water, not the dashboard, Yamaha keeps it clean and confident. More than specs or features, what truly separates Yamaha and Mercury might just be the culture around them, the people who swear by each brand and what those engines represent. Mercury owners tend to be performance-driven. You'll find them in base tournaments, poker runs, and online forums dissecting prop pitch, gear ratios, and hole shot speeds. They love pushing the edge, squeezing out every last knot. There's a pride that comes with black cowlings, a certain swagger that says, "I run Mercury because I like to win." Yamaha owners? Different energy. They're the marathoners of the boating world. Guides, divers, commercial fishermen, families, people who depend on their engine day in and day out. You don't often hear them brag because they don't have to. They just smile when their motor starts on the first pull after 1,200 hours. A Yamaha tech once said, "Our users don't want to think about the engine. They want it to disappear." And that's exactly how it feels on a calm offshore morning. Silent, smooth, trustworthy. In the end, it's almost like Chevy versus Toyota. One's about muscle, flash, and excitement. The other, endurance, consistency, and global trust. Whichever you choose, you're joining a tribe. And trust us, they've got opinions, strong ones. The next battleground between Yamaha and Mercury isn't horsepower, it's voltage. Mercury has made a bold entrance into the electric outboard market with its Avator series. These fully electric motors, starting with the 7.5E, 20E, and 35E, are sleek, modular, and packed with tech. Swappable battery packs, digital displays, and smartphone connectivity make them perfect for lake cruisers, tenders, and inland waters where combustion engines are restricted. It's clear, Mercury isn't waiting for the electric wave. They're riding it early. Yamaha, meanwhile, is taking a quieter, more calculated approach. They've unveiled electric prototypes, including concept outboards and even hydrogen-powered marine systems. But as of mid-2025, no production electric Yamaha outboard has reached global consumers. Instead, Yamaha's focus remains on refining their high-output gas motors while preparing for a broader electric rollout in select regions. The contrast fits their histories. Mercury is bold, fast, and tech-hungry. Yamaha is cautious, deliberate, and patient. While Mercury is earning headlines, Yamaha is watching the market mature and preparing to enter with something bulletproof. Will Mercury's head start pay off? Possibly. But don't count Yamaha out. When they arrive, they tend to stay. One thing is certain, the future of outboards is changing fast, and both brands know the race is far from over. After all the horsepower, tech, sound, and strategy, it boils down to this. Yamaha and Mercury are different because they were meant to be. Mercury was born from racing. Every nut and bolt screams performance. They chase breakthroughs, embrace digital systems, and build engines that thrill. If you're the kind of boater who wants speed, precision handling, and cutting-edge tech, Mercury was built for you. It's a brand for drivers who want to feel every knot of acceleration, every turn of the prop. Yamaha, by contrast, is built for confidence. Its heritage is grounded in craftsmanship, not competition. It's the quiet hero, made for people who prioritize longevity, trust, and smooth days on the water. It may not win every drag race, but it'll be running strong when others falter. It's for the guide, the family, the cruiser who just wants an engine that never lets them down. Which one's better? The truth is, neither. They just speak to different kinds of captains, different journeys, different expectations. So when you see those two names at the marina, Mercury bold and black, Yamaha calm and gray, know that you're not just choosing an engine, you're choosing a philosophy. And in that diversity, boating wins. Because no matter what flags on your cowling, the real joy is in the ride. Yamaha or Mercury, two legends, two mindsets. Whether you chase speed or trust reliability, the choice is yours. Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more engine battles, boat history, and marine deep dives.